You know that feeling when someone asks you a question in front of your entire team and your mind just goes blank? Your heart starts racing, everyone's looking at you, and you're thinking, I'm supposed to know this. Let's talk about that. Here's something nobody tells you when you step into management. You don't have to have all the answers right away, but you do need to know what to say when you don't, because how you handle being put on the spot, that's where your team learns whether they can trust you or not. The worst thing you can do is fake it, because when you make something up and it's wrong, you've damaged your credibility way more than if you had just been honest. So let me give you a framework and actual language you can use the next time you're put on the spot. The framework consists of 3 steps: acknowledge, commit, and redirect. Acknowledge means you're honest about where you're at and you don't pretend. Commit means you tell them what you're going to do about it. And redirect means you give them something useful now, or you move the conversation forward. So let me show you what this sounds like in real situations. Let's start with the most common one. You're asked a question and you genuinely don't know the answer. You can say, "That's a really good question, and honestly, I don't have the answer right now. Let me find out, and I'll get back to you by the end of Thursday. In the meantime, here's what I do know." In this example, you acknowledged it, you committed to a specific timeline, and you redirected by giving them something, even if it's just context. Now, sometimes you could answer on the spot, but you know you shouldn't because you need time to actually think it through. So, using the framework, here's what that sounds like. I want to give you a thoughtful answer on this, not just a quick reaction. Give me until tomorrow morning to think this through, and I'll come back to you. Now, this one's powerful because it shows you take their question seriously. And honestly, it buys you some time to give a real answer instead of saying something you'll regret later. And then there's the one that feels the hardest, when you realize you messed up. Here's the move. You're right, I missed that. Here's what I'm going to do to fix it. No justifications, no excuses, just ownership and action. Your team will respect you more for this, not less, because they're looking for integrity, not perfection. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Being put on the spot isn't a test of how much you know. It's a test of how you handle not knowing. Your team isn't watching to see if you're perfect. They're watching to see if you're real. If you can admit when you don't know something, follow through when you say you will, and treat their questions with respect even when you're stressed, that's the stuff that builds trust, not having all the answers. So the next time you're standing in front of your team and someone asks you something you don't know, take a breath, use the framework, and remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be honest and clear about what happens next. If this was helpful, let me know in the comments. What's the hardest question you've been asked as a manager? And if you're new here and you want more real talk about the parts of leadership no one prepares you for, consider subscribing. I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next one.